as US President Joe Biden considers sanctions on the personal wealth of Russian President Vladimir Putin, critical questions emerge: how big is that fortune, and how did Putin, a lifelong public official, accumulate it? These are mysteries Forbes has grappled with for 20 years. Figuring out Putin's net worth is probably the most elusive riddle in wealth, ending harder than the heirs, other heads of state and even drug lords that we've financially smoked out over the years. Uncovering private wealth is something we take very seriously, especially in Russia. The founding editor of Forbes Russia, Klebnikov, risked his life for this cause, and was shot in the streets of Moscow in 2004 as he was investigating the fortunes of Russia's early oligarchs. So where and how much is a fortune that Biden threatens to sanction over Russia's aggression in Ukraine? We don't know. But over the years, leaning on sources and expertise, we've developed some theories. Theory 1, the KHODORKOVSKY MODELForbes journey down the rat hole began with research into Russian billionaires, starting in 1997, and a cover story by Klebnikov that we ran in 2002 profiling a rising Russian oligarch. At the time, his company, Yukos, accounted for 17% of Russia's oil production and was seen as having significant influence in the Kremlin. He was personally worth $3.7 billion and was Russia's richest man. One of his former employees was once Minister of Fuel and Energy. Another was Putin's and Deputy Chief of Staff. Khodorkovsky's fortune doubled over the next year. By October 2003, he was in jail, convicted of fraud and tax evasion, which he denied. There was little doubt that Putin was behind his arrest, the freezing of his fortune and the eventual breakup of his company. Khodorkovsky's fate was a powerful lesson to other Russian oligarchs. Yet the question remains, how much of Khodorkovsky's fortune did Putin take for himself? One person who has been following this story for years, Browder, an American financier who's conducted a lot of business in Russia and is behind the Magnitsky laws that enable governments to impose targeted sanctions on human rights offenders by freezing their assets, insists that after Putin if you don't, he'll take 100% of your wealth and throw you in jail. Based on that math, Browder calculated in 2017 that Putin was worth $200 billion, which would have made him the richest person in the world at the time.